Hey guys, it's Julie from PaleOMG, and today I have a little special guest with me. Mr. Jackson is helping pick up any scraps that are on the floor while I'm cooking. Today I'm gonna walk you through an Instant Pot creamy gnocchi soup. And you maybe have had this in the past, maybe not, but I'm sure it's been full with flour and cream, but not with this recipe. Because today I'm gonna use cauliflower to make the soup super creamy, and then I'm gonna also use a cauliflower gnocchi. And I'm gonna walk you through how to do this because, you know what, the first time I did it, no. The first 6 times I made this cauliflower gnocchi, it was just balls of goo. Balls of goo. And that's not what you want in your soup. So I'm gonna show you how to make these perfectly crisp on the outside. So you're gonna get these at Trader Joe's. It's cauliflower, cassava, potato starch, olive oil, and sea salt. That is it. How cool is that? So what you wanna do is make sure you have a non-stick skillet, and then we're gonna put these gnocchi in the microwave for 3 minutes to defrost. Let's see. So our gnocchi here, they're soft to the touch. You can feel them all, they're almost completely defrosted. So we wanna get any extra moisture off this so they can be nice and crispy whenever we cook them. So just dab it with a paper towel, and I'll start heating up my pan while I dab. I have a non-stick skillet. You wanna make sure it's non-stick. That is huge when making this gnocchi. Now I'm gonna do about 3 tablespoons of ghee. So don't skimp on the ghee. Add a good amount, and then we'll dab the rest of these, and then I'm gonna add them to the pan. Make sure your pan is over medium-low heat so they can cook nice and slow, and then kind of space them out between each other. And then you can pretty much leave them behind while you finish the soup. These will cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll want to flip them halfway through. So just keep an eye on them. Once they start to brown on one side, then it's time to flip them. But be patient. That's the biggest thing with these. Be patient and use a nonstick skillet. And once they're all in the pan, I just like to give the pan a little bit of shake. Make sure none of them are sticking. I'm good to go to leave them alone. So let's go to my Instant Pot. Now let's make our soup. So we're gonna start off with a pound of hot Italian sausage. This is pork sausage. You can use whatever you prefer. So I'm gonna add it to the basin of my Instant Pot, and I'm gonna turn it on saute. So make sure it's on hot or high heat on your saute function. What I love about using hot Italian sausage is after we cook the meat through and remove it, then once we cook the soup, it gets to take all the flavor and all the spices from the hot Italian sausage and make the soup super flavorful. Super flavorful. Did you get that? I got that. Okie dokie. Our hot Italian sausage has browned. We'll just set this aside because we're gonna use it again later, obviously. Now I'm gonna add all the ingredients for the soup. So to kick it off, I'm gonna add cauliflower. This is about a 16-ounce bag of frozen cauliflower. I just pulled it out of the freezer, so it's still totally frozen. Next up, I have a full container. So this is 32 ounces of bone broth. This is a chicken bone broth. You can use beef, you can use whatever you prefer. I just love bone broth. It has a ton of added health benefits compared to just a normal stock. So add that full thing in. There we go. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato to it. So this is about 14 ounces of diced Italian herb tomatoes. And it can be a full can of tomatoes, it can be diced, it can be pureed, because you're gonna puree it anyways. Beautiful. Now, of course, I wanna add a little bit of salt and pepper as we go. This is gonna be about a teaspoon of salt. And then let's add a little bit of black pepper. Now let's just give this a mix. And then I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna press the soup function on my Instant Pot, and I'm gonna press the down button to 10 minutes. All we need to do is cook that cauliflower until it's tender, and then we can puree it all. Now while that soup cooks, let's take a look at these gnocchi. We have that on that medium-high heat. Oh my gosh, look at this. That is absolute perfection. Nothing sticking. We don't have weird goo balls going on. Just crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. So this has been about 7-8 minutes. I'm gonna flip all these over and they can finish cooking on the other side, and then we can pull them off the heat. I learned this little technique of defrosting and then using a nonstick skillet from my friend Michelle Tam at Nom Nom Paleo. She is seriously the best, and I would not have known how to cook these if it weren't for her. Okie dokie. Now, that is all cooked through. The cauliflower is fork tender, and now I just have to blend this all together. So this is the creamy component. Instead of using heavy cream for your creamy piece, I'm just gonna puree this cauliflower and it's gonna make the soup so creamy. I think we are good. It is thick and creamy. Oh, got soup on my lips. Now we're gonna add a couple other ingredients to this soup and we're gonna cook it one more time through. So we're gonna start off with a red bell pepper, give it a little bit of bite. I'm just gonna dice this up, roughly chop it, because it'll soften up in my Instant Pot. Now go right into the pot. Ugh. Splash back. And then I'm gonna add in some kale. So you can use a whole head of kale, a whole bundle, or I just got a bag full because I'm incredibly lazy. So with this kale, before I throw it in, it's only gonna cook for about 10 minutes. So you wanna massage the kale. Just be friendly with it, okay? Massage it before you throw it in. That's gonna make it a little bit more tender after it cooks, and then you'll have that nice soft bite every time you bite into your soup. So I'm gonna do just about half the bag of this because it's a lot of kale. Massage it, love it. Get a little frisky with it. And then I have 2 little garlic cloves. I'm just gonna roughly chop these and they're gonna go into the pot as well. Easy peasy. Throw that in. And then don't forget, we wanna salt it again, about a teaspoon or so. And then let's stir this all together. Once this is mixed, I'm gonna put the top back on my Instant Pot, do the same thing, seal off that valve. You're gonna press the soup button, go to 10 minutes on the soup, and then let it go. Press start, walk away, you're good to go. This is gonna cook for 10 more minutes. It's gonna thicken up, it's gonna soften up those veggies, and then all we have to do is add in the sausage and the gnocchi. So our timer went off on the Instant Pot, 10 minutes is up. Now we have to release the pressure valve. So mine here, I just give it a little push. So I know it's ready to go. I know I can open it up now because this little tab is dropped down. So follow the directions on your Instant Pot, whichever one you have. So let's open it up. Ooh, that's some good looking soup. Don't you think, Jackson? Now, honestly, it's a complete miracle that I didn't eat all the gnocchi while I waited for the soup to finish or the hot Italian sausage. It's just truly a miracle. So I'm gonna add this in. It's still just warming through, so adding the sausage in now, I can warm that back through along with the gnocchi. Honestly, I should have made 3 bags full just for snacks. It's so good. And then, duh, we gotta add in a little bit of salt and pepper. So just a pinch full of salt. You've already salted it along the way. And then some black pepper for a little bite. We already have the hot Italian sausage, which has red pepper flakes in it, so it has some kick to it, but this just kind of brings it all together at the end. So I'm just gonna let this cook for, honestly, 2 minutes. We just need everything to heat back through, and then I can serve it up with a little bit of fresh basil on top. Oh my God, it looks so good. Get a big ol' ladle. This is perfect for winter when you need some comfort food, but it's made with cauliflower. No one will ever know, except dummies. A little fresh basil on top, give it a little bit of freshness. Doop. I mean, come on. Stop it right now. I love this soup so much, and it's so freaking easy. It's made almost all in your Instant Pot. Barely any dishes, barely any hassle. You can go pick your butt while it's cooking. It's the best. You know, I'm here for you guys. So if you want this full recipe for my hot, spicy Italian creamy gnocchi soup, just go to PaleOMG.com.